Welcome back, everyone. Another edition of UT4 Elim League Season 3. We have a Week 2 matchup between Turnzz and Gabo. One of these two teams has Turnzz, obviously, as the captain. The other one has Hydro. The erstwhile, never here, never around, probably asleep, not at the computer, rockstar drinking, absolute animal, only because he doesn't eat animal-shaped chicken nuggets, he eats dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets, Mr. Hydro. And, well, I mean, Turnzz wants to put a fucking spanking on his prodigal son, and Hydro wants to have enough rock stars to fuel himself to a high PPR against Turnzz, and we're just waiting on one of these instances to actually come good as the one that everyone is in, because certainly there are two of them. Don't know why, but one has 3, one has 1, and they both look to be the same, but we'll figure it out. But as it stands, we are stuck here waiting, and Hydro has just, for those of you still looking at Discord, posted an image of a 4-pack of Rockstar Pure Zeros Silver Ice on his desk. Unopened 4-pack. He's ready to fuel himself to hopefully a victory for himself. But we never know. Right now, these two are both still sitting in. Both teams look like they are in separate instances. Apparently, we're going to have a parallel game where they play across instances against each other. And see who comes out on top. My guess would be not Hydro. Just kidding. The little whippersnapper can live his life, and you know what? He's allowed. But unfortunately, we're stuck here, and you're stuck listening to me prattle on until whatever this is, it gets finalized and set up. So far, not looking good. This is unusually unorganized, even for an Unreal Tournament community. Usually these get taken care of a little bit easier than this. Yeah, we're yapping because both teams are just sitting in their own instances and believing that somehow nothing else is happening. One of them needs to make an actual decision and get in one or the other. That looks like both of them hosted correctly, and they're on the right map. Hydro is now calling out the obvious, but we are still waiting. The decision beta is pending. But unfortunately, we are stuck here until somebody. Now we're at 2-2. The decision on the hub game choice is also pending, as we currently cannot come to a consensus. Yeah, that looks like we do finally have one, and they're joining the one I would have joined, the one with the better name, Turnzz Gabo, pending rank-in phase. I may be the streamer, but I am not these people's mothers. I can't make them, make them make a decision. I do not have the legal power of attorney over them. So we are in. We are ready to go. We're going to be here watching this game on pending. Absolute great map to get this started on. Unfortunately, we have to wait for everyone to get in and clicked, and it is taking its time, although we do actually have 7 in and all of Hydro Crab clan. They, you know what, they're just the Hydro Crabs clan. It's a little bit worse than regular crabs. Apparently, they're aquatic in nature. But we're waiting once on one more of, I guess, Criminal is their clan name. So we've got Exit, we've got Turnzz, we've got Black Ops. My guess is we are waiting on Mr. L Ask or pending L Ask Deluxe Model. However, Exit Networks Right has left the game, started the instance. This is already a UT4 tournament as we're going back to hub because these guys can't get anything going correctly. And we are starting again. Absolutely typical UT community behavior. I would expect nothing less from a group of this degeneracy. Do we even know if L Ask is actually here yet? Yeah, I don't think you're gonna get to play pending. I have a feeling it's not happening. Oh, I joined as a player, not as a as a caster. Oh, whoopsie daisies. I had this weird moment as I was starting the wall run where I was like, wait a minute, why am I playing the game? I shouldn't be hitting directional keys. I was about to say, I don't think Wasty's going to get to play Cheops. Fantasy's not going to get to play pending. And the only way that it happens is if, as Wasty said, they come to a gentleman's agreement not to ban each other, and they go into a Cheops versus pending face-off. I mean, Wasty's pretty good on both maps, so I still feel like you're getting the worst end of this trade deal, Fantasy. I think Wasty's going to. Wasty comes out ahead on that one. That's just my thought on the matter. And we're still waiting. Apparently, Turnzz needs to get L Ask to confirm whether he's joining the match. Woof. This man is going to reflex himself straight out of Unreal Tournament leagues in the future, as you know, he's gonna be putting up with L Ask for this tournament, and you know, pull the Sacred Joker back to back. Although I really feel like Joker was the main impetus behind that little meltdown. Hey, he was warming up in Blitz. Can't hate that too much, right? And we've got legitimately everyone but L Ask once again in the hub. At this point, this tournament might as well be called Dragon Ball Z. We'll find out at the next hosted hub instance, which will probably be soon. It may or may not feature, 20 minutes of screaming before we get to find out next time. But, we'll see. As it stands, we are still waiting for one player to get in this hub. Anyone fancy a game of tic-tac-toe? We will play until either the match starts or somebody wins a game of tic-tac-toe. And let's be honest, somehow the match will start first. We just need to get that computer AI that has solved checkers and can always guarantee a win from, what is it, the first move position, I think? And guarantee a draw from the second move. Well, technically against a human anyways. Like, against a computer it would also lose because it doesn't matter. Kind of wild that, like, checkers is a completely solved game in that regard. Although, I mean, when you think about it, it's really not that weird. Because checkers has a much more simple move system than chess does. I mean, I still think it's wild. Technically, like, chess can't be solved in that regard. Like, it is wild considering. And Elask is somehow AFK once again. Elask needs an adult. We are. This is. I debated whether I should post this up early. Because there was no way it was starting on time. We were always going to be waiting on Elask. 100%. We have a team legitimately debating that they would rather play 4v3 and take the HP than have deluxe model as a sub, which is wild. I am technically pretty much always active in my PC2 beta. My computer's always on. I just set my Discord to inactive, and I'm nebulously around. I hide my online presence with hashtag NordVPN with a helping of Surfshark or whatever other WT fast. I'm hidden online. My computer's on the dark web. Wow, Beta, way to be a scumbag. I'm sure there's probably a plugin that blocks whatever feature that is. This dude is... Yeah, I mean, here's the wild thing. Like, at this point, I feel like El Ask needs to get banned from cups going forward. If like this is going to be what happens. Like this is inexcusable, at least in my opinion. Yeah, and power is way too strong. You can't have power be a sub. Like he's easily much more valuable. He's gonna get in people's faces with flak and rockets. Like do some damage. But yeah, I mean, I'd be pissed if like this clown is in here ruining leagues because he's able to be picked, and now like his team can't like feasibly, you know, pick up a sub of any kind. I mean, the problem is like, I feel like Power and Headcase are both like fairly good value for what they are. It's just, you know, the difference between a like $500 player and a $600 player is noticeably like more valuable to a team. It's like, I hate it. Yeah, I mean, LS has to just, I think, be banned. This is kind of like ridiculous. Like, he needs to, like, be forced to either, like, check in 30 minutes before match time and, like, be in a hub, like, waiting. There's got to be some, you know, rules about El Ask's existence. I also don't think Mind Meld is probably a fair sub. I've seen him like have some decent plays in Pugs. I don't think he'd definitely be too high. If Deluxe played like it's Blitz and spammed Link and Mini everywhere, he would unironically probably be better than El Ask. He just needs to like get over the like fear of self-damage and fear of players. Damn straight. Oh my god, he's in the hub! It's happening! I mean, I think he had a fear of just shooting. Like, period. Like, the dude, I think, was, you know, he understands that he's not exactly the strongest of players, and I think he's just... I think he just, like, is in his own head. He just needs to pug and, like, get a little bit of, you know, some experience with it. And I think he'd at least be, like, serviceable. Probably not great, but, like, you know, probably more value than El Ask. And we've got everyone in. We are starting off. The countdown is finally happening. And we're going to have the final 3, 2, 1 going into the first game of this Week 2 matchup between Gabo's team and Turnzz' team. And we're going to go on board with Turnzz right off the gate. The dude's one of the highest valued players, MVP of last season. Absolute animal, and he's already head glitching at the pillar on pending. I mean, I guess like you could call this his office, as he takes a bunch of snipes and is basically down to no HP. And somehow... not seen by anybody. 70 damage is, like, already valuable. Even if he does not another thing, he got 140, but Krabs is basically already dead. And we're going to go on board exit now. Is last alive. Could get Krabs. Got 2. Can he get another one? He's got to try and land the shot. Is unable to get U shots and runs right into Gabo. Gabo's primarying him down. Exit goes down. And we're going to swap right over U shots next round. Starting off. He is the ace player for Gabo's team. Gabo's team very well-rounded. No real weakness. Bunch of solid players. Anyone can put up big performances. No one is streakier than the man whose veins are filled with the drug called Rockstar. He is more energy drink than man now. Darth Taurine and U-Shots are just taking little pot shots in the back. Black Ops now low, 5 HP. Exit also low. U-Shots wins the 1v2 clutch. Well, actually, 1v3 gets the Dark Horse. Did not even notice it. U-Shots, what a performance early on. We're going to go on board. Exit next right, full round. He starts off taking a lot of damage. 3 HP, gets a snipe out. Worthwhile. If he dies now, gets a kill even. Exit making 3 HP look like it is 300, as he is somehow just making things happen while basically on death's door. Picks up that, not the health pack you should have gone for. Should have left that one for Turnzz. See if he can't do anything. It is a 2v2, but U-Shots is stacked. Turnzz pretty low. Gonna have to try and pick up the pace. Gets a little bit of damage into Gabo there. Oh, misses the snipe. And now he's facing down U-Shots. U-Shots just gonna push in. Be patient. Turnzz doesn't hit the combo, doesn't hit the primary. And Gabo finally coming up, cleaning him up from behind. 3-0 now. Gabo's team off to a strong start. We're gonna go on board Gabo, looking like he is definitely playing a good second fiddle. Getting the damage done. I mean, anyone on his team can second fiddle for U-Shots pretty effectively. I mean, they're just a well-rounded team. They're gonna be every single person on their team is gonna be a tough out. No one is an easy kill. Ask running around randomly, somehow avoiding damage, and now loading rockets, getting rockets onto Gabo. Gabo is gonna get chased down. Ask in his face, gets killed. Ask with the kill. And we're going to go on board with Exit as his team is down in the 2v3. And U-Shots chasing down Exit. Exit trying to get out of with his life. Kills Hydro. Great combo. But now he's unable to pick up the health pack. Exit is low. 21 HP. Drops down right into U-Shots. Goes down to U-Shots. U-Shots puts his team ahead 4-0. And he is starting off strong. Turnzz looking pretty weak. Okay, we'll give Ask the round. And so far, he is staring at walls. We're gonna go somebody else, a little bit more involved. Black Ops getting the kill on Hydro. Black Ops now pushing into the pillar, and he's running right into U-Shots. Not exactly where you want. He is getting 2v1 both sides. Goes down, gets spit roasted in Unreal Tournament, and now it is Turnzz all alone in the 1v2. And he has got to get out of here quickly. Gets Gabo, makes it a 1v1, and this is anyone's game. Turnzz finally getting a round on the board for his team. And I mean, it's never too little too late if you don't give up the 10th round. So, you know, any rounds back will make it easier for them to potentially come back and win this map, but it is unlikely, to say the least. And now, you know, we're back on with Turnzz, and he's just kind of shooting. Gonna go somebody else getting into a fight right now. Black Ops finding U-Shots. What sensitivity is this man on? Holy moly. And we're back. Turnzz and Exit in the 2v3. And what can they do? Taking out Crabs, making it a 2v2, and Turnzz coming in around behind. And he's looking, he is on the hunt. Turnzz is like, he's hearing them, and he's just never quite able to make the connection. Turnzz has two people that he could be fighting right now. Shooting these cores, not finding the shot, taking care of Gabo, and now U-Shots last alive in the 1v2. Gets a nice shot on the Turnzz, gets a little bit of chip damage with that flak. U-Shots is healthy, and he's just got to try and do his best to survive. Exit trying to come around on the flank, and Exit is going to go down. This is very doable for U-Shots. Turnzz and U-Shots in the 1v1, but U-Shots can kill Turnzz with one snipe from his gun, and Turnzz is going to have to put a couple in order to get the kill. This is going to be tough for Turnzz. Turnzz finally getting some HP. Gets back up to a respectable amount of health. Can survive a snipe now. feel like U-Shots missed an opportunity to be aggressive there, but I don't think they know how low Turnzz actually was. I mean, he's got to know he's healthier, but I don't think he knows that, like, U-Shots is within a snipe, but now he does as he takes down, waits for the little bit of tick damage. U-Shots getting the ace. What a round out of him. And he's currently 5.2 PPR. We're gonna stick on board. U-Shots cam has been activated. The man is on fire right now to start this game as he's got his team in a 5-1 lead and hitting 70s, but taking a lot of damage there. Getting Caster's Curse. His exit takes him down, gives him the teabag for not good sportsmanship. And I mean, now Exit is on the hunt, looking for Gabo, takes out Gabo. Hydro last alive. Hydro running for his life, sees Exit, takes a snipe. Straight lining backwards, straight plus S-ing is one way to get yourself shot by Hitscan. Almost hits the great combo onto Exit, is unable to connect. Finally goes down. And there is finally another round on the board for Criminals. And you know what? We got to go back. U-Shots cam. Exit. Once again, U-Shots and Exit in the 1v1, and U-Shots getting the better of Exit that time. And now he's just looking about Black Ops, getting shot in the back. That is not how you run a special operations Black Ops. You better go back to Special Forces school, as you just got wrecked. Although now he is getting the back shots, misses back shots from Black Ops, but he ends up going down, and now Turnzz in the 1v2, gets good damage onto U-Shots. Turnzz comes around, takes out U-Shots, and gets the snipe onto Gabo. This is very winnable. Gabo getting out of the way of that combo, and Turnzz just looking for the anything he can get. Oh, that could have been a good combo. Gabo was waiting. Gabo is looking. He is hunting his prey, and Gabo takes down Turnzz. 6-2, the captain getting it done for his team. 2.8 PPR for him. And you know, we haven't given Black Ops a round yet. He needs to get some screen time, a little bit of love here. And he eats some damage early though. Not exactly what you would want. And great flak onto U-Shots, but Krabs getting the cleanup kill for the Crab Clan. And Turnzz going down to Hydro, and it is now all up to El Ask. Gabo being... Oh my, this is painful to watch. Maybe Deluxe would have been better. Who knows? But regardless, we have, you know, Black Ops actually getting some damage out here, hitting some good shots, getting Krabs low, missing that snipe though, and well, Black Ops getting the shot in the back, Turnzz going down, and now it is Hydro and U-Shots. Forgive me, just Hydro, as U-Shots gets absolutely obliterated. Hydro getting a little bit of damage out, but too little, too late. 7-3. I mean, it is great gameplay coming out. I don't think we've seen Hydro yet. So, well, at the start of a round to see how he can affect the game. But right now, he's getting shot multiple directions. He is caught between a rock and another rock. And he goes down quite early and without too much fanfare. Turnzz surviving with you know, very low HP here. Trying to get damage out. Goes down to Krabs. It lands one more primary. But, well, I was going to say that was a... why can I not find the right person? We are on Krabs. I was going to say that was going to be a very tough, more or less a 1v2 for Black Ops. Able to take it down, though, and it's kind of like a 1v1 where El Ask might be able to do something because he is last alive, but he just runs the other way. Avoids the player that is currently fighting, and if Krabs can get the kill onto Black Ops... Oh, he misses the combo. That could have absolutely just, you know, eviscerated him, gotten the win for his team. But he's still got to be wary. Black Ops could kill him, and Black Ops does able to get the kill. El Ask killing himself, I guess, to show solidarity with Krabs. And, you know what? We're going to go back on board. I don't think we've shown Crabs from the start of a round either, and he's currently fighting Turnzz. That's actually if he can get damage out, any damage he gets onto Turnzz is a good bit of damage to, you know, trade onto the best player when you're not one of the best players. But he does end up going down. You don't want to die, especially not to their, you know, without doing a bunch of damage first. And Turnzz cleaning up U-shots, and now Hydro is left to fend for himself. He is running. He is getting primaried down. He's going to go down to a combo there. And that is all she wrote for Hydro, as Turnzz' team don't call it a comeback. They're making one right now, as they're back to a 5-7 game. And we're going to go on board Turnzz, starting with a snipe. This is looking good. And they get the kill onto Crabs early. This is looking good if you are Team Criminals. As, well, I guess they're technically Cap Criminals, is what their full name is. But Gabo now last alive. He is over here, stuck in the link. This is not where you want to be. You're going to get sandwiched and smashed together like your car getting crumpled for scrap in that little corner there. That is not exactly where you want to be trying to run from people. As we go on board Exit, and he's taking a lot of damage early here, trying to play window. Gabo up at Nest alone from the rest of his team. If Gabo is able to get pushed from anywhere else, that would not be very good for him. So far, though, this round not going in favor of the Cap Criminals, as they're going down. Ask last alive. This 987, 1.1 PPR. That is not where you want to be. Exit's actually currently doing has the highest PPR in the game. But granted, all of Cap Criminals members are probably going to actually have inflated PPR. Just judging from the fact that they are unfortunately having to carry a much weaker player. U-shots and Turnzz trading kills. That definitely puts the... I was going to say puts the pressure on to Black Ops, but he died very quickly, leaving Elask in the 1v2. And that one was never going to go the way of Exit eating a rocket right off rip, and Turnzz eating a snipe. Things are not going well for the Cap Criminals. They are being placed into the private prison system of the United States, which at this point in time, it might be El Salvador. Not exactly where you want to be, as they're eating damage left and right, and their map control is just suffering. Nowhere to turn. Turnzz turned into an enemy every which way he was looking for, and goes down, and that is the 10-6. After making it a 7-5, they win one more to 3 for the Hydro Crab Clan, and HCC, Hydro Community College, taking him down. Hell yeah. So, I mean, 3.5 PPR to U-shots, exactly what you need. Matching Exit. Turnzz 3.2, a little bit of a bad performance from him. Not exactly sure what's going on. Turnzz kind of having a poor game. Usually, even if his team's getting rolled, he's usually able to put up 4K damage. Maybe just way too hard with how Hydro Community College is a little bit. They have enough people to kind of make your life miserable. Like, they're not going to rotate that slowly. They'll be there to help each other out. Might just be harder for Turnzz to get his stuff in, so to say. It's tough. 1 second, let me update the score here. Gabo up 1-0, going into Rankin. This Rankin pick does kind of scream Turnzz and Exit, though. So I'm guessing this is their selection, and I believe hopefully should see a better showing out of them on map 2. And we're going to go right on board. Turnzz, start us. Actually, no. U-Shots, you were the MVP for your team in a map win. You're getting the first round honors as he immediately eats a snipe from El Ask. You couldn't script this any better. And, I mean, oh, that combo, if U-Shots had hit that, might have done a lot of damage, but he doesn't. But it looks like Criminals already down to, well, they were down a player. Now they are up a player, and we're going to go on board Turnzz until we have one last alive here. Turnzz takes down Gabo, and now Hydro takes down El Ask, makes it a 1v2. Hydro's going to start running for his life. And he is going to have to be very, very cautious. And he's just don't know what that was, but it wasn't good. It was pretty poor showing. And round 1 going over to the Cap Criminals. And I say well, I mean, Krabs jumping down, maybe not the most advisable. I think he was, maybe trying to do a little too much there. Just made himself an easy target for the shot coming out of Turnzz, and Turnzz making him pay for dodging, but Turnzz eating a huge combo. Gabo, great prediction, taking down Turnzz, and now Black Ops in a 1v2, as this is going to be difficult for him to come back from. He is down to, a handful of HP here. It does survive a beam, does not survive an LG, goes down, and the Hydra Community College able to tie this up 1 round apiece. And Black Ops leading his team currently. We're going to go on board, see what's coming out. And he's pushing up towards LG here and facing down U-Shots. This is going to be tough. U-Shots has got plenty of experience on this map, playing multiple 2K4 leagues. He is no stranger, knows the layout, knows kind of the timings. They are a little bit different, but they're like that little 100 ramp towards Mini is, I think, plays almost exactly the same. And right now, Black Ops stuck at amp, goes down, but Exit and Turnzz against U-Shots and Hydro. Exit standing still, and Hydro going down almost immediately after at 2-1 now. Cap Criminals getting themselves back off of the plane and back on the tarmac, hopefully towards a win in this one instead of a flight to Central America. And Exit using a mini jump here, getting up, getting a shot in on Gabo. That combo not quite big enough to hit Krabs. Maybe the combos from last season would have done some damage there, but they definitely don't this way. And Exit runs right into Gabo, gets the flak out, 70 damage, and he's going to choose to back away and live to fight another day. And again, he's just keeps checking his corners, and it is now a 2v1, and Turnzz is going in, has a bunch of people on him, huge damage onto Krabs, and somehow Turnzz doesn't die. Hydro could have hit that combo and finished him off, and doesn't, and now Turnzz is going right in on Krabs, takes him down, and now Gabo last alive in the 1v2. This is going to be a tough one to win. Exit and Turnzz, he can kill both of them with one snipe, though, while he does live. He just needs to get one. He got one. Can he get two? He needs to get two. He does get two! Gabo with the shots takes down the Cap Criminals, ties us up at 2 rounds apiece. That was absolutely fantastic. And now we've got I mean, holy moly, Gabo going off, and Exit's currently fighting over here, and Turnzz and Exit moving forward here. They do have a player down, and Exit looking around, I'm trying to find the right action at the right time, and it is just hard. This map is segmented, but Turnzz is moving up, and is getting in, gets behind U-Shots, gets on Gabo, takes down Gabo, and now U-Shots is all alone. He's got 2 people pushing him. Gonna give that health pack to Exit. Exit gets up to LG. I mean, this is gonna be an extended 1v1 for a little bit of time here, as Elask is gonna be lost. But U-Shots, crucially, getting that health pack gets him above a snipe's worth of damage. And this is going to be, if he can isolate Exit early, should be pretty easy for him to get the win. But got to avoid it. Unable to do so, Exit gets him down to 1 HP. The overtime damage is going to kill him. He's got to push. He doesn't have the time to waste. You can't go around. You have to go in. You've got to get this kill and get the health pack. You are not going to make it. He dies to the first tick of OT damage. U-Shots. Exit basically killed him by putting him there. But holy moly, I think U-Shots had to go a little bit faster to get there. That was just never going to happen for him. And we're going to go out with Gabo. Nice snipe onto Turnzz. Gabo getting the work done early for his team. And, I mean, he hasn't hit another shot since, but he is rotating to cut off the flank, and it does not work. Turnzz gets there a little bit faster, takes him down. And now we're going to go on board with U-Shots as he's getting flanked. Turnzz just burying him with shock primaries. And now Hydro trying to save his own community college from bankruptcy, unable to do so. And 4-2 now in favor of Turnz's team. Turnzz 4.4 PPR, absolute plus to strength modifier on the map choice here, as Turnzz looking like the Turnzz that we were expecting and just did not see on pending. Gonna be tough. I mean, this was a good map choice. It kind of minimizes the negatives that Elask brings in terms of not rotating and not knowing where he's rotating on the maps, as it kind of makes it so that, you know, Turnzz can get some and Exit can get some more of like kind of one-on-one action, just because it is tough to kind of handle being a man down when those rotations aren't coming. But here you much easier angles to back out, much easier to just get extended 1v1 isolated fights. And I don't think in 1v1s that almost anyone on other than U-Shots on HCC is gonna knock off Turnzz or Exit. So I mean, it's not impossible. I just think it's less likely. And Turnzz just going man mode and just crushing the I mean, crushing the enemy team. Gabo 15 HP. He is a dead man walking. They're going to chase him down. Turnzz landing, or not landing the snipe. Gabo hitting it, but all for naught. 6-2. Turnzz going off. 4.6 PPR. We're going to stick on board the hot hand right now. And it's going to be, you know, a tall order for Hydra Community College to come back into this one. And I do think that the map does play differently to 2K4. 2K4, you got a little bit more movement. I think this map is much more static in UT4, which, you know, again, I think favors Turnzz and Exit more so than Gabo's team. And Gabo and U-Shots, or Black Ops facing down. Gabo getting the kill. This is going to be tough. Exit is Zio stacked, full 160. He's not going to go down. He's just going to, you know, move around, hold the link gun out. Yeah, Exit's just standing still and linking him down. Exit, I mean, he probably could have made that a lot quicker by, you know, dodging and just keeping the beam on him. But, you know, oh well, he's going to style out, I guess. And we're definitely going back on Turnzz. The man is currently just monstering up this map, and we're gonna see his early rounds as he dominates. Although Caster's cursed him as he goes down almost immediately. And this round looking a little tougher. The positioning is not quite as solid. Exit now, last alive, is running for his life. Misses the guy that came right out of bio, but gets Hydro. Can he survive? He's got a couple health packs here. He's able to get one. Can he get the second one? Although the second one does not get him to enough health to survive. So they're going to look for him here. And he has got to run, and hopefully he can land a shot, but he doesn't quite make the doorway. Running into the wall. Crab's taking him down 7-3 now in favor of the Cap Criminals. And they're you know, getting closer to being granted asylum. They're making it. They're looking like it's gonna be a deciding map 3, which good. Everyone loves to see tiebreakers that actually mean something. The third map having meaning is much better than the third map just being for placement and standings. And 8-3 now. Turnzz still at 4.3 PPR. This dude, Rankin is his home away from home. I mean, the sewers must be infested. Easy for criminals to hide out. As already, well, I was gonna say it is a 3v3, but Turnzz immediately hits a snipe, puts it down to a 3v2. Gonna be tough, as Gabo is currently, they know where he is. Turnzz just gets in on him, misses the first flag, absolutely hits the second one. Crab's not long for the world, gonna get linked down. Turnzz not taking any chances, just surprisingly somehow Crab's still alive. I didn't think he was even going to get out of amp, let alone get a kill. I mean, great on Crabs. I figured he was just going to I figured he was just going to die and that was going to be it. And didn't even bother swapping to him. He looked like a dead man walking. Got some good play out though. So good for Crabs. Hydro getting the rockets onto Turnzz, exactly what he needs. I mean, Turnzz getting the kill, but at what cost? It is a 1v1 and you have 18 HP, or is a 1v2 and you have 18 HP. You've got to get one more of these guys down. Crabs is easily killable. If Turnzz can hit the shot, he does. Makes it a 1v1, but U-Shot's much healthier than Turnzz by factor of 4. He's got to land like a headshot and an LG, 2 headshots, and doesn't hit any of them. Goes down. U-Shot's getting the ace, gets himself up to 3 PPR. I mean, we'll stick with Turnzz here. I mean, he's just currently he's hitting harder than a diamond-tipped hammer, and it's absolutely gonna help his team. He gets headshots by U-Shot. He gets headshot by U-Shots. U-Shots does get flanked, though. Exit taking him down. And now Gabo right in. Gabo going down to the flat cannon from Turnzz. Turnzz just trying to back up into that health pack. And right now, U-Shots is stuck going down. Hydro last alive. He gets Black Ops. But, I mean, Turnzz was just going to jump on top of him. 10-4 Turnzz, 4.5 PPR, 4,300 damage, 39% LG accuracy. Exactly what the doctor ordered if you are a Cap Criminals fan, as they get a map back, sending us to phase in a tiebreaker scenario. And I have no idea who is going to be favored on this one. I would just have to guess that Hydro Community College is going to do pretty well, considering they're going to have less rotational weaknesses. Phase can be a map where big flanks can come out. You can get a lot of damage from unexpected places and unexpected angles, and L-Ask isn't going to get that damage. Whereas I trust that U-Shots, Crabs, Hydro, and Gabo are going to be able to put out some of that necessary damage from flank angles, and then Hydro and Turnzz are already talking smack. Map 3, they are going into the grudge match, as Rockstar Man is facing the muscle monster from Texas. And you know what? We're gonna go update the match graphic here. Gabo versus Turnzz 1-1. Don't know if I actually upgraded it because I didn't hit OK on the change, so don't know if it was just saying oh the whole time. But you know, we've got it. We're back on green phase. Let's go. Hell yeah, we're gonna go on board Turnzz round 1, of course. Like, why would we go any other round? As you know, Turnzz is the man, the monster. And we'll see. He's going to play a little bit passively. I do feel like you kind of need to feel out where they go on off-spawn rotations before you make too many aggressive early pushes on this map. Because you can put yourself in some bad spots if they choose to choose certain options. So you do got to feel it out. But already, this is not looking good for our community college fans here, as they've gone down 1-0, losing the round 1. And as we go on board with U-Shots, I mean, they just got rolled over. And Exit playing cheeky peekaboo at the boxes, and U-Shots getting flanked. This is not where you want to be if you are U-Shots. Courtyard is not good. I feel like that is a end of round only place to go. Don't go there early because you just get double teamed like that. And now Exit and Turnzz against Hydro and Gabo. This definitely is favoring Exit and Turnzz. I mean, the dollar value is like plus 600. So the Cap Criminals should be able to, well, Hydro just got sniped out of midair by Turnzz. Didn't even get a chance as we go on board. Exit full round. Let's go. 5.1 PPR. He has looked hot so far. Going to push up here. I always feel like people push this spot from those spawns, and it's always worth it to shoot a combo. You get so much free damage. Just because people will walk into it trying to be aggressive off of spawn. I really feel like you gotta kind of like feel out the early part of this map. That's just my opinion. There's too many things can go wrong if you over push early. And Gabo going down. Exit, you know, got away with one. U-Shots goes down immediately after, and this is a reverse of pending, where the Cap Criminals are just putting the screws to Gabo's team as they're getting worked over right now. And Exit and Krabs are fighting. Krabs surrounded by people, but Exit backs off. They had him. Well, and Krabs is able to kill Exit here and runs right into Black Ops, going for that HP. Krabs trying to be aggressive, trying to be a pack gobbler. And now it is Turnzz and Black Ops in a 1v1. Oh, if there was a combo there, could have gotten both of them easy. Takes down Turnzz, and now Black Ops Black Ops didn't even live long enough for me to swap to him. Black Ops going down hard as, Gabo's team finally able to get around on the board, and we will go on board with Hydro hitting a 130 combo right off the rip. Again, getting the rockets out. He's going to start Pac-Manning here. Watch, I was going to say, if Hydro could get a jump onto somebody with rockets, it could have been very good. Elas getting a lot of good damage out onto Hydro, able to, you know, at least make this a little bit potentially easier for Turnzz, and U-Shots trying to just get the shock primary on him, and Turnzz just a rat in a cage, goes down to the damage. And tough one as Gabo's team trying to make this a game of it. I think we've gone on board with everyone. We got to give Black Ops some love here, because he's going to go down low and then push over towards the helmet area, and his entire team is down here, and Hydro just somehow does not see Black Ops at first, does get the rocket kill on him eventually, and now Exit against, he is surrounded in a corner. He's going down low. He's going to try and go back up, and boots and everything are getting used, and Exit is going down, and we are all tied after putting the screws to Hydro Community College early on. Cap Space Criminals, going, giving it all back, and we are effectively tied. And you know what, we're gonna go L Ask Here you go. Helask behind Hydra with rockets, switches away from the rockets to a sniper at point-blank range. Question the weapon usage and gets 59 out of those rockets. So, you know, who am I to judge? If he can get a kill, even better. But he is now 2v1ing, getting some more chip damage with rockets. Rockets always can be useful just to get a little bit of anything out. And that's hugely important. Here's the lift, but doesn't care. And Hydra's gonna just take him down, link gun in the back, and now Hydro doing what Hydro does best, gobbling at the end. Great flick out of Black Ops, making this a one-on-one. Hydro is low. Hydro dies to one shot. Black Ops, just keep that gun out and look for him. Don't eat the rocket, though. That is not what you want. And Hydro looking for the World Star winner here. Looking, I mean, it's so unlikely that he gets it. Black Ops just has to be patient. Patience is a virtue, and patience pays off. Black Ops getting the kill, getting his team back ahead by a round. And you know what? We're going to stick on board with him to start this. He is actually doing pretty well here. 2.9 PPR so far to start. And this could be a big combo onto Hydro. It is good combo. Good combo. 95 damage. You would never turn down 95 damage. But that could have been like a big, like 170 damage wombo that just absolutely eviscerates a health bar. And Black Ops now, unfortunately, putting himself into the crosshairs of two people. And Elask correctly going where the fight is. Gabo was last alive. Gabo wasn't alive for very long. And 5-3, and why are we stuck here? There we go. We're going to go on board. Actually, we're going to go on board Turnzz. Turnzz leading the charge so far, and he's going below right into Hydro, and they trade, you know, looks like about the same amount of damage to each other. Turnzz landing the LG or sniper, whichever one you prefer, and landing another one here, and missing the easy primaries, but going down, and now Exit just getting comboed off the wall, and he's got to run for his life. Great combo out of Exit. Way to get up to belt, get hidden, and can Exit help out Black Ops? He can't. U-Shots then takes down Exit immediately after. 5-4 now. I like, you know, they're making a game of it. And so we go back on board U-Shots. Can he get his team a little bit more ahead here? Hugely important that he's able to generate some value for them. They are kind of relying on him to be that, you know, 3.5 PPR plus player. But they do have, you know, any one of their guys can put up a 3+ PPR performance. So it's not like any single one of them are slouches. They're all capable of adding in when they need to. And right now, at least this round, they definitely are, as Black Ops and Exit in a 2v4. And now just Exit in a 1v4, and he's getting chased down. U-Shots gets the 1 kill on U-Shots, gets the 2nd kill on Krabs. He can now play this bot basement really easily. Hydro doesn't hear him. Gabo doesn't hear him. Misses the shot. Gabo now, they see him. Gabo dodging in. Exit just a second too slow. Yeah, you knew somebody put bio on that health pack. Gabo is famous for doing that. He loves to. Exit unable to connect the combo, a little bit short. Missing the flak onto Gabo. Getting 10 damage, but not what he needed. He needs to get the kill. Does get the kill, but now Hydro, the tough task. Hydro has so much HP left remaining. Exit just needs to land a couple of shots here. He's only got 33, and the time is ticking down. Exit doesn't have a lot of time to work with. He has to get aggressive. Exit trying to play a little bit patiently here. Does get a snipe. He needs to get one more. The rocket out from Hydro, expecting Exit to go to the jump pad. Takes him down, ties us back at 5 rounds apiece. A best of 9 to see who is winning this match. Elask taking the risky little jump back down the bounce pad, and Exit playing up north. Turnzz going down, getting absolutely eviscerated. Don't know how he died. Very unfortunate that we did not see that, as U-Shots coming up right behind Exit, getting some damage, and Exit getting a good return though. Gabo getting out of there, saving his life, as U-Shots and Exit once again coming face to face. Exit not able to get the shot. Turnzz got stomboed apparently. Not exactly what you want to hear from your winner, and Hydro, 3.5 PPR. He is crushing it right now. We're going to go on board. The Rockstar Man is rocking out on the tiebreaker map. FaZe going Hydro's way so far. And he's going to try and do it to El Ask. El Ask, though, doesn't go for the better position on the map. But I don't know. Maybe Hydro thought that Turnzz, if he went there, was going to... we now see how Turnzz died, though, and now Exit's getting the Stombo treatment. Now Black Ops is. Hydro is Stomboing everybody, but he moves for that one. He could have just Stombo. Hydro, just Stombo. Turnzz alone goes down, and now it is 5-7. Hydro Community College is taking Cap Space Criminals to school. And we're going to stay on board with your professor, Ryan Johnson. Professor Johnson here, crushing it right now. Absolutely going ham. This is what we want. Another, a wombo from Hydro. Absolutely eliminate somebody. And Hydro, he's said, screw this moving stuff. I'm going to stand still and kill everybody, but not this round, as Turnzz and Exit trying to make this go their way, and Exit is being disrespectful with the enforcers. I mean, he can get some damage out just trying to kill U-shots, but if he dies here and they lose the round, I would laugh incredibly hard. Fortunately for him, does not come to fruition. We gotta stay on board. Hydro is providing the content and the play, and Exit almost eating the Stombo, and Hydro is just crushing it right now. Missing all of those, though, and El Ask dying early. Turnzz coming face-to-face with U-shots, getting the flak out, hitting the wall, and now Hydro right in Turnz's face, rocketing him down. He's got 19 HP, but Turnzz does get the better of Hydro. But now U-shots is on the case. Detective U-shots is going to decide that he's going to pursue another one, though, as he goes across the map, and Exit is getting shot out of the air, and it is now all on U-shots. Inspector U-shots is running for his life. Gonna try and get some damage out. Doesn't connect with that rocket down the boots. And now sees Black Ops missing the standstill Black Ops. That could have been a kill for him if he'd hit the shot, but he doesn't. Misses the lift. The lift was taken, I guess. And once again, tied at 7-7 rounds apiece. We're going to go back on board with Exit. Exit now leading his team 3.4 PPR. Absolutely crushing it. Getting some early snipe out on Hydro, the man who would call himself king. Oh, nice Stombo out of Hydro. Gets a good chunk of Exit's health bar. And Exit missing the standstill Gabo. People are just missing uncharacteristic shots in this match so far. Not exactly getting all the performance we would expect out of some of these players. But, you know, performance is variable. It is a spectrum. You can play good or bad at any time. Some players are just a little bit better at limiting that spectrum to a smaller one. And now turns into 1v2, but he is getting primary down. Not Coconut, just the shock primary spam out of Coconut in these 1v2s is just so valuable. It just gets so much damage out. Even if he dies, you've got so little HP, especially if his partner is stacked. Like, you would hope that they can clean that up at that point. I mean, it's knowing who you're playing with, and in that case, U-shots, like, come on, no brainer. But they do take him out here. Exit going down right after Krabs goes out, and now Turnzz and Hydro meet once again. Turnzz getting the better of Hydro, and now Gabo last alive, and he's got to contend with an angry turntable, and Turnzz getting the huge combo out, ties us at 8 apiece. Best of 3. Here we go. Best of 3 for the match. Best of 3 match. Best of 3 in map 3 for the match, and we're going to start off U-shots. He's kind of in a bad spot here. Not exactly where you want to be, but they do have Turnzz in a corner. Combo a second too late. Turnzz getting some help. Black Ops getting blasted into the next millennium as U-shots hits the big combo, hits the shots, and now Turnzz and Exit are stuck. Turnzz in the 1v1. U-shots is on him. Great flak out of Turnzz. Great flak ball out of Turnzz, but too little, too late. Hydro Community College 1 round away from victory, and Hydro, you know we're doing it. Hydro This is your moment, your time. Sees exit up at... Hydro's going to eat some rockets. Nice combo out of Hydro. Get some chip damage onto exit. And his entire team is stuck here at the boots. And Hydro and Turnzz, once again, running into each other. This has not gone well for Hydro so far. Hydro, get out of there. As his team is stuck in low. And Hydro does go down. And it is now all on Coconut Crabs in the 1v4. This is looking unlikely. They know where he is. They have him trapped in a corner. Unlike R. Kelly, he's not coming out of the closet. He died in the corner he was trapped in. And this is all for all the marbles. Turnzz currently leading his team. We're going to be on board. Can he make it happen? He's going to kind of go the wrong way, but he runs into Hydro. This has not gone Hydro's way so far. Turnzz going to be a little bit cautious. And so far both teams being a little bit cautious. Elask down to 10 HP. Turnzz missing the easy shot onto Crabs, and now he's got somebody chasing him down, I think. We are in a 3v3, and this is a true 3v3. Elask is already dead, so there is no odd man situations left in play, but now it is... Gabo walks forward. That could have been a huge combo, but Gabo walks outside of it, and he is going to try and take out Turnzz. 15 HP, and now exit. This was looking like a win for Capspace Criminals, but they are they were short a man, but now it is a 1v1. Exit versus Gabo. Exit definitely favored in the matchup, but Gabo almost hitting the rocket. Gabo hitting the shot. Both of them die to a sniper. Exit has to know. Exit has to think. He's gonna pause. Gabo should not have gone that high. If he had just gone for the shock, he might have gotten it. Exit winning the clutch to put his team in the lead in the final round and take the match 2-1, the map 10 rounds to 9. Absolutely fantastic performance out of Exit to clutch that one out. What can we say? Great performances out of the players that we were expecting them from. A solid team game out of Gabo's team. Just a little bit too little, too late. And oh man, what an ending. We have a couple of matches tomorrow. I know all of you guys should check them out. Somebody will stream them. I will not be. I will be at a hockey game, but make sure you tune in to those matches tomorrow. Week 2 matches of the UT4 Elim League Season 3, hosted by UTPugs, continuing. Got a great weekend of action here for you. So make sure to catch all the streamers, all the games, watch them all. And until we get to the next cast that I do, I will see you guys next time. Take care.